Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast. And, if you've been hesitant to host a party in your home because you just don't think you can pull it off, pull it together too much or whatever, or maybe you're already great at it, this still is a tip you might want to steal from Jodi. Because Jodi put together a little birthday gathering for me last weekend, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was probably the highlight of my entire week because it was family, everybody was getting together. But, it
was just your family. I just want to say that. It was just your family. I didn't want my family to hear this and think they weren't invited. Just want to say.
Disclaimers.
Throw that out.
Well, I mean, even if they hear it, they don't have to know why they weren't invited.
Oh, no. Oh.
It was just your family because you have all these old home movies to show.
So why didn't you invite them?
Right.
Because it was just Murphy's family. That was the point.
Well, this actually was a party that was supposed to take place in January that was really a Christmas gathering of my side of the family. Mm-hmm. And it just got delayed because I was sick and all that kind of stuff. But of course, yes, we'll have another party for Jodi's family next year.
I will not be throwing you two parties. Not after the way things went when we were getting ready. No.
It's really where I wasn't really going there. But what Jodi is so good at with these parties, it's not just what you serve; it's about the context. Uh-huh. Jodi knew that my family, because we don't get together very often, it's going to be a lot of visiting, talking, catching up, and I did have some of my grandfather's movies that I'd transferred that I just put up on the TV. And, let that run. But knowing that everybody was visiting, Jodi built the party around that. Mm-hmm. I mean, in a perfect way. Like, it couldn't have been a less complicated eating. I guess that's really what I'm getting at, is from the eating standpoint. Part of the entertaining is having the food there. And Jodi's choice to do sliders and then the chipboard, which I thought was really cool and different. And
the chipboard was the second choice. I wanted to do a French fry board. Yeah. But like we all agreed, it would get cold.
Yeah.
They stayed late. It was hours. It was an hours-long party.
Yeah, exactly. So the chipboard was a hit. The two different kinds of sliders, that was a hit, and the different choices on the bread. That's just stuff my brain wouldn't. That's why I don't plan these kind of things, because it's just not my gift. It's not my talent, Mm-hmm. And it's definitely Jodi's talent. And so
I can walk through my house as if it's not my house. I can walk through it like I'm here for a party.
Yeah.
Like I'll even remember to put a note on the guest bathroom door. You don't even know this, do you, Murphy? On the hall bathroom that says, if this is full, feel free to head back to our bedroom for the master. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just because if there's a lot of people in the house, you want them to be able to find everything they need.
Yeah.
If I forget something at a party, check me. Like, worry about me, because I try to remember everything.
You do. It is that context thing. That's what you do, literally walk through it in your head ahead of time to know where people are going to be, how to make sure that they're comfortable and all of that. And me, I mean, I would just be, what's the food and the music, Yeah. Those are the two most important things. And
I bet Jodi even had it laid out like, grab your plate.
Yes.
She did.
Then not touch the food.
Next to the buffalo. And women are good at this. And women and Sam. Women thinks, I mean, Sam, you think like this, but women think like that. Yeah. And that's just, honestly, I feel like it's just biological. And that's okay. But yes, next to the buffalo chicken slider slow cooker was the bottle of ranch, and I put some celery sticks in a little cup sticking up.
So people could throw them away?
Yeah, people mostly did.
I love celery, and you noticed that.
After a few pieces of cake on Saturday night, he had some celery sticks on Sunday. So everything's balanced out now.
I did have to offset, yes. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's just my wheelhouse. I always thought in my brain I could run a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Not that I would want to. I think that's hard work.
You eyeball it and just see how it would flow.
Yeah.
See where the flow is.
Yeah.
But I just admire it. I think it's really cool. It's a talent that you've got. I know that you say it's biological, but I also do think it's a gift. You know what I mean? And that's the nice thing about, couples putting together parties or whatever. My job is just to do some of the heavy lifting,
make coffee,
or whatever I need to do. Like it's take care of the outside or whatever.
Get some of your stuff out of the areas. Get some of the tech stuff out of the
Yeah. I had to hire.
That's never fun either. The hours leading up to a party with Murphy, never a fun situation in our marriage.
Why?
because I have 100 things to do. I don't like to give him things to do because it's not well received. I have to very lightly, hey, could you do this? Yeah, I was about to do that. It's like, okay. And we had that very thing happen at 3 p.m.
Yeah, but I was about to do that. I really was about to do that. That's what.
Regardless, I was
walking towards is exactly what Jodi asked me to do. And I'm like, that's
Yeah, but I never ask you to do those sort of things. So it was a thing.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah, Sam, you'd love it because the exact thing was, I need you to move that antenna. It was a TV antenna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's, backup in case you need to pick up something.
He keeps all that stuff.
If internet is out,
sometimes it's sitting in the family
room. You got to
room.
go old school to get something up on the TV. Anyway, yeah. Right.
Let me tell you this, though. You're sitting here saying all this about, this is my whatever talent or whatever, and I am good at it, and I feel very confident hosting a party. Although it's tiring because you have to think of a million things. You don't just think of it. If it's a Saturday night party, you're planning it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
It's not just a one-day thing.
Yeah, me would
all
be
the shopping and all
right.
that. But
it would be Saturday morning for me. It's like, okay, what are we going to get for the party?
I always learn. So the more you do it, the more you host. You just get really good at it. I always make one mistake, and the one mistake I made this time, you didn't even probably catch it. Actually, you enjoyed it. is that I forgot candles, and I did.
Yeah.
I was looking for Well, you were showing your family the old home movies. I was in the kitchen looking for candles in the place where we normally keep birthday candles, and they were all gone. And
yeah, I didn't tell you. A couple of months ago, I threw a bunch of those away.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You threw your own candles away. But anyway.
That was months ago.
I'm in the kitchen, and I guess she's our niece, Izzy. I don't know how old she is. Is she 12 or 13 now? She was in there, and she said, what are you looking for? Can I help you? And I said, I'm looking for candles. She goes, oh, yeah. She says, let's put a bunch of candles on that cake, and let's walk the cake into the room where they're watching the thing because the lights are out and that'll be cool. And I'm thinking that will be cool, although I don't want to drop the cake. I didn't say that to her, but
that would have been cool.
We kept looking.
If I hadn't thrown the candles away.
Right.
Months ago.
So we kept looking and I couldn't find them. I just finally said, oh, well, no candles. And then Chuck walked into the room to get some chips, her dad. And he said, well, here. He held up his phone, Sam, and he found a candle app. And there's the candle app. Yeah. And I'm like, how do you blow it out? And he goes, you touch it and it blows out. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like,
you touch it and then the smoke comes up. It was really
nobody knew but us that when it was cake time, we brought everybody around the table and I said, Izzy, come do your job. And I winked at her, and sure enough, she held her phone up, her dad's phone, over the cake. We sang happy birthday, and he goes, how am I supposed to blow this out? And she goes, dink.
It was great.
So whatever.
I wish someone had been shooting a video of that because that was fun. It was just really, kind of spur of the moment,
It was fun. It was fun.
So if for anybody that is or that's party challenged, then what would be your top tips?
Walk through your house days before as if you're hosting the party. It's literally about putting yourself there when the party is happening. Walk through your door, walk into the kitchen. Where do you want the food? It's not that you have to be rigid. It's just you want a plan. You want napkins for everyone. You want drinks to be cold.
Yeah.
The drink tub. I told Phoebe this too. I said, will you help me with this ice? She goes, yeah, the party's not for an hour. I said, but you ice drinks an hour before so that they're very, very cold. We had canned, soft drinks. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah. Trick I learned years ago. If you ice them right then, they're not cold.
No.
Yeah.
So anyway, walk through your house as if you're there for the party. And then make your plans accordingly. And know that you're going to miss some things.
Is there anything you did that it's like, I don't need to do this anymore? Well, I don't mean the whole party. I just mean besides the Funyun suggestion.
Oh, yeah. Nobody ate the Funyuns, but I'm glad to have filled the board with them. It's fine.
Sam, if it makes you feel, I didn't realize that was a Sam suggestion. If it makes you feel any better, when we were cleaning up the chipboard at the end of the night, if Phoebe's like, Dad, did you see there are Funyuns on there? I love Funyuns. They're my Funyuns are her favorite.
Her favorite.
And so we shared some Funyuns at that moment. But I never saw them on the board. I don't know why. They just were kind of invisible to me. Those pizza flavored chips, those were there.
Yeah.
The
Sorry,
wavy
the
lays.
Funyuns were invisible to him.
Yeah.
The little-
Well, they are rings.
You weren't even there, and you got the slight too. No, it was all fine. Actually, one thing was, this is so ticky-tacky, but I'll remember it for the future.
Right.
See, I learned from every party. Whenever Asa showed up, your nephew, in the drink tub with the ice, I had Sprite and Coke and the little mini cans because I think those are perfect for parties. Mini cans.
That's so cute.
They're cute and perfect for parties. Well, I was drinking a Dr. Pepper Zero. And I didn't put those in there because they were bigger, and I wanted it uniform to look uniform. Yeah. You know, I'm very ticky-tacky, whatever. But
you didn't have any diet drinks in there?
No, and I had water. I had a pitcher of water.
All right.
I have found that at parties, people don't drink diet drinks. They drink full drink. It's a party, man. So anyway, at our parties anyway. So I was drinking a Dr. Pepper Zero, and Asa, I was like, hey, can I get you anything? Because they had arrived a little bit late, and I was just offering it as the hostess. And he was like, I'm good. He says, but I would love to. I see you've got one of those Dr. Pepper Zeros. I'd love one of those. So I brought him one from the fridge.
Yeah.
And I've realized, it's like, okay, if I'm going to be drinking it, it needs to be offered.
True.
Yeah,
that's
too.
a lesson.
But an assortment of diet and sugar, because everybody is gonna.
Yeah.
You have people that lean that way.
Yeah.
Your brother doesn't. I mean, they're actually.
mom doesn't
it's a
either.
lot of people in your family that actually are the ones that don't drink the diet drinks. So.
All right, listen.
Well, it's a good thing they weren't invited.
Right. And guess what else? Guess what else?
No.
Party critic. Listen.
I'm not critical. I was helping you with that.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't say you did anything wrong. I was going to say
Your
I like
family
that
did
idea.
drink the regular drinks.
Yeah.
It was just Asa that wanted a diet drink. But if I'm going to be drinking it, I'm going to be offering it. I learned that I wasn't even thinking about what I was drinking. I was thinking about my guests.
Yeah.
I'm not ever thinking about myself. I'm always thinking
Well,
about
at least
the
you didn't
guests.
say, no, these are for me.
Yeah.
These are for Murphy. He's diabetic.
Yeah, right. Right. I won't be throwing away candles anymore. I know that much. And, maybe next party everybody's invited.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jody podcast.